I just got a quick ramble. So, you know how you got Hebrews or Christians in your family, right? Um, Judgment scene, beautiful once you understand. Anyways, um, you know how you got Christians and Hebrews or even Muslims in your family, and they get to rambling about Jesus, Muhammad, whatever. I don't know. I just got off in a little argument with a family member that's confused still. So they kept telling me about the prophecy, the prophecy, the prophecy. I read the whole Bible. I didn't see not one prophecy. So I'm asking them what prophecy. They keep saying the 400-year prophecy. I'm like, okay, what are you talking about? Egypt? Are you talking about what's going on? And like, well, how we got here, dummy. The prophecy started in 1619. The prophecy. I'm like, what? First of all, I don't. This prophecy comes straight from a European, but once you show them that the first true slaves came here in 1526, that's a fact. Then they be like, well, just exclusive, just for Hebrews, it started for 1619. So then I showed them where that theory comes from, which is a white man. They stay stuck on the prophecy. It's still, it's true, it's 400 years. So I'm like, okay, your God, y'all using your God who delivered you into slavery, and then you're going to use the same God to deliver you out of slavery? It makes no sense to me. But here's your proof. This is your proof of black people using God or their gods to deliver them out of slavery. Clear example. All right. So sorry, kids is my kid. All right. So what we call Haiti today, okay? Hispaniola. We know Christopher Columbus on his first voyage hit these islands first. We know that. Second voyage came and settled on Puerto Rico, where you call what is called San Juan, the capital of Puerto Rico today. That's where he came and made a settlement there. On his second voyage, did that, but he still traveled into the islands, Hispaniola, etc. But when they settled them islands and they start bringing slaves over to these islands, these the same slaves that was brought to the Americas, same people, Bantu origin, majority were Bantu origin. But anyways, West Africa, the Africans or the Bantus or Yoruba, I know who they are. They were the Yoruba tribe, but the Bantu people that particularly in Hispaniola, or what you call Haiti or Dominican Republic, that island, that split. All right. So these Africans, the Yorubas, use their gods to not only deliver them out of slavery, but on top of that, use their gods to spank every European crackers that came and try to resettle. That's a fact. So the original Africans use what we call voodoo. I don't use that word. They use the Orishas, which is the Yoruba's tribe, their deities. They use their deities. This is how you know that Hebrew story is also a myth. It's a lie, because the Africans that was brought here first in the first 100 years or so, the stories in the Bible were They were uncommon. They weren't known to the Africans. They had to teach the Africans these stories. They had to beat these stories into the Africans. This isn't stuff that they knew about. So how the hell could these people be Hebrews and then be surprised to hear about Moses delivering their own people out of Egypt? That makes no sense. That makes no sense. They stuck to their deities, which they used their deities to deliver them out of slavery. Them Africans, what we call Haitians, use voodoo. I don't like to use that word, but they use their orishas, they use their gods to deliver them out of slavery and also to defeat the Europeans, multiple Europeans. Okay. And this is a fact. The reason they fell off is because over time they slowly stopped using their deity. You've seen where they kept compromising with the white man. You've seen it. This is all facts once you research it. They kept compromising with the white man, and that compromise is really the downfall of how they really lost the whole island. And what you see now is Haiti, etc., etc. It's because they kept having Black people as a whole. We're loving people. So not only did they have sympathy, but they kept compromising with them crackers, treaties, etc. You know how the white people work. And that shit, it bit them in their ass. You know what I'm saying? It bit them in their ass. But they still use their gods, their deities, their gods and goddesses, particularly Ogun, to deliver them out of slavery and also to beat the Europeans and keep them at bay. This is fact. He wasn't calling on Jesus. He wasn't calling on no Yahweh. He wasn't calling on none of these Bible God or prophets or anything in the Bible. They wasn't speaking of it. So if your God was so real, if he was so real and your Yahweh or your Jesus was so real, why the hell he can't do what the Orishas did for their people? Good question, right? No answer. They're not going to answer it. They're going to come up with some weak excuse to tell you why he didn't want to deliver us out of captivity just yet. But then you tell them, well, if the prophecy ended in 2019, why are we still in captivity? They say, well, he's working his judgments. The COVID is a judgment. That's one of the forms of the judgment. All this disasters and chaos on earth that's happening, that's pointing to the signs of the judgment time. I'm like, are y'all fucking serious? Like, this is how you know we talking to people that done no research, don't know history, just know what the Bible teaches them and just know what the white man gonna tell them. Because this plague is not even the worstest plague ever in history. It's not even in the top 5. Cut it out. It's not even that deadly. On top of that, the disasters and catastrophes that they keep telling you about that's happening on earth. There was a particular time on earth where there were constant volcanoes. Where do you think you get the ring of fire from? Where do you think we get these words, monsoons and hurricane? Where do you think we get all these from? If you look up the worstest catastrophes, they've been happening. 1800s, beginning of the 1900s, all over the world. It been happening. Landslides. This is Earth. This is not a new occurrence. This is stuff that's been happening. The only thing that I would allow them to claim as fact, or I don't fight them on, is that the fact that this earth is being let me pick my words right. Other non-human beings are visiting Earth. Okay, so that is, they did pick up on that, all the sites and so on and so forth. They did pick on that, but I'm not going to argue with you on that. And your Bible don't speak to you about that, so you can't correlate a truth with something that's not in the Bible. Again, the Europeans didn't even know about Sirius B until I gotta look at the day. I think it's like 2001 or something like that. They didn't even know about Sirius B, and our ancestors was telling you about this star for thousands of years. Again, this is because we circumnavigated the earth. Europeans didn't do that until they conquered the world through their Bible and their gun. Again, the Europeans didn't conquer the world without, they needed, let me say that, they needed their gun and their doctrine. Period. Another key to all this, when you got a Hebrew or a Christian talking to you like they know something, just simply ask them, if the Hebrews are so real, right? Why would the Hebrews show Alexander the Great the book of Daniels? I don't want to give you the verses because I use that for debates. Do your research. I'm going to give you the book of Daniels, to show Alexander the Great that he was a forthcoming prophet for them. This is in your Bible. This is in your scriptures. People don't even read their Bible. And they don't even, when I start telling them stuff, you can tell they don't even read their Bible because they be completely lost. And then they go back and read the verse I gave them. And they're like, oh, well. And then they give their weak European excuse because they so brainwashed. Their brain is so mush. They come up with a weak excuse like that instead of coming with reality, coming with facts. They don't want to. They want to stay dumb and brainwashed. But anyways, that's another thing that you can use to research what book the Hebrews show Alexander the Great when Alexander came. Supposedly, I know that. My ancestors know that to be a lie. They weren't there, but in your scriptures, you can use that to show the depiction of what's really going on. Because with Hebrews, you got to use, I've debated and talked with them long enough. It don't matter about the facts. It just don't matter to them. You have to use, unfortunately, you have to use their lies in their scriptures to show them that their book is complete nonsense. Complete nonsense. Like that their God ran and was scared of iron chariots. That's another thing you can research. It's a reason for that. People have to research that. It's the same reason why he came in spaceships. Your God comes in my God don't need no spaceship. Don't need nothing to travel to the celestial, the galaxies. My deity don't need that. I don't know why the scriptures point to you that this clown keep coming down in a fire chariot, which is a spaceship. That's all it is. All of the ancient writings spoke about celestial beings coming down to earth. Some of them came in spaceships, some of them didn't. But particularly when we're talking about the Bible, that cracker came down in a fucking spaceship. And then they want to give you all these spook stories and try to scare you into thinking that, oh, you're going to hell if you don't believe in Jesus. Oh, well, wait, hold on. I'm talking about Hebrews here. You're going to hell if you don't believe in the laws and the commandments for the Hebrews, and then for Jesus, you got to believe in he died to save Jesus died on the cross to save the fuck. I can't even think of that cracker shit, but it's all nonsense. And this is why I show a quick video of just where particular people use their deities to deliver them out of a certain situation, as in Jesus or Yahweh or Muhammad or whatever God is in these Bibles or in these Quran or whatever. It's not, you can't show me where you use your God to deliver you out of anything. You're waiting for the day that he takes you out of captivity or some shit, and you need prophecies to prove that. That's another thing they love to show you, is that they got prophecies and shit. But once you show them, well, they're not going to look, they're not going to research, but you use the original scripts to show them that the original scripts don't say what the KJV say, especially the revised version. But even if you use the 1611, which was started to be written down in 1604, it was created in 1611. People got that confused too. Show them the correlations that don't add up, they still don't care. They still don't care. It's because they want to stay brainwashed to the European man, and then wonder why, as a whole, as Black people as a whole, we're in the state we in. It's easy to manipulate us. We're robots. I'm gonna put myself in that category because I see myself as a man of the people. You're not going to tell me when I step outside this door, that same cracker not going to see me as my fellow Black man. It's just, unfortunately, in the Black community, we're divided amongst ourselves, and at the same time, we hate ourselves, and we don't cherish one another. When you walk outside your door and you see the fellow Black man, do you cherish him? Do you honor him? No. And so, as a whole, as a collective, we're losing. And this is why most of the Black people stay stuck on Jesus, because Jesus is a story about coming back and saving them, coming back and fixing the problems. Where even if, how he gonna fix something that we predate him? What he gonna fix the situation? What he gonna fix Earth and put y'all back at the times when the Hebrews existed in the Middle East, when y'all was getting fucking, if y'all wasn't there, but if y'all was there, y'all was getting washed. So when was it just don't make sense. But anyways, people can research. It's a lot of people waking up to the Orishas, but there's nothing wrong with the Orishas. Like I said, a lot of us got the Bantu blood. It's in us to go back to the original deities, which was the Orishas, Ogun, particularly. So a lot of people is waking up to that, and I use these guys to show examples of how they delivered their people out of real captivity. Whereas the Bible, you can pray all you want, you can get down on your knees, pray all you want, scream all you want in church, you can act like you got the Holy Ghost, you could do whatever you want. That cracker ain't delivering you out of no damn captivity. And even if he did, he's telling you niggas gotta wait till y'all die. You motherfuckers gotta wait till some fucking mysterious horn in the sky blows to let you know that your soul is about to get taken up like fucking Enoch and shit, for y'all to be delivered out of this evil state we in. Which that in itself is telling you, bitch, die. I'm not teaching my kids that shit. That the whole story don't make no sense, and you got to be a brainwashed European fool to even. It's because people don't do no research, they gonna stay stuck on this brainwash shit. And again, you're gonna have issues with family members. You're gonna have issue with family, because this doctrine has taken over the world. Period. Particularly through the European countries, they live by it. The Quran in their country is God. In European countries, they just live by it, but they're not using it as law. They supposedly divide state and religion in the European countries, but that's a lie too. But anyways, just drop this quick video for y'all. Look up the Orishas. Any debates, anything, any topics. I got a Facebook group. If y'all want to add a discussion there, it's called Fake Hebrew Doctrine Exposed. It is a private group, so you will have to personally add me on Facebook, which is Jabru Hebrew Slayer, my name, and I'll add you into the group. Few people have been sending donations. I do have Cash App. I do have PayPal. Just let me know. I'm don't really care to get people money. My whole key to the money thing was I'm going to Africa. And right now that I'm on a save to go to Africa. But appreciate your time, and subscribe, like, debate, whatever you want. Appreciate you.